Okay, Raj, that does it answer your question, Raj?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Let me answer a question from the chat window, guys. Don't mind, guys. As it is the first day, I want to clarify all the questions that people are asking so that it will be clear by tomorrow session, guys. Let me take one question, one or two questions from the chat window. Does it mean the client shares the login to provisioning system to us? Uh, to answer your question, yes, the client is going to provide the login credentials to the provisioning system, but there is a criteria over there, guys. Say I am a client. I have 10 consultants implementing the project for myself, for my organization. In that case, say I have only one of the 10 consultants is a certified consultant. Then only the certified consultants, being a client, I can request to SAP success factors for the provisioning login to my provisioning system only to the certified consultant. I cannot ask for all the other 9 people who are not a certified consultants. Yes, I am getting the access to my provisioning system, but there is a criteria. I cannot go ahead and create a number of provisioning logins. I have to request SAP success factors stating that yes, this is my provisioning system and I need to get a provisioning access to so and so consultant Trupta. Then the criteria over there is like Trupta should be a certified consultant on SAP success factors, guys. So that is how you are going to get a provisioning login credentials to the client provisioning system. And this is only attached or associated with the client provisioning system. That login credentials doesn't work for any other provisioning system, guys. Okay. Hope that answers your question, Trupta. Samir has a question, guys. Is super admin created here is also called as a professional services consultant? No, Samir. Professional services consultant is nothing but they are the partner employees who are professional services certified consultants. Let's take the case of mine. I am a professional services certified consultant. So these super admin, whatever we are creating is totally different, guys. The professional services consultants are nothing but they are the employees of the business partners of success factor and they are associate level certified and they are also professional services certified consultants. Just for your information, associate level is the certification that you will get the moment you clear your certification, and the professional services used to be, this is one of the certification which used to be like almost like 1.5 year back, where after completing your associate level you have to do 2 project implementations, end-to-end implementation, and that is when you are allowed to take the professional services certification, guys. But this certification is rapidly changing and it is no more applicable, guys. To the individual consultant it is no more applicable, guys. Okay, let me mute everyone, guys. 1 second. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So my intention is to create a super administrator from the provisioning system. That is the reason like we are here, and let me go ahead and create one super administrator here, guys. I'm going to create this user account.
Raghu, I have a question for you.
Can you hold on your question just for a few minutes, Raj? Just for a few minutes.
Sure.
Don't mind.
Sure.
Yeah. So you can see, guys, this is the credentials, or this is the information that I'm updating here to create a super administrator. You can see there is an option for me to create an administrator. Click on create admin. This is to confirm your organization ID, guys, your org ID. Let me confirm that. Okay, you can see here, this super admin account has been created. Say in real-time project implementation, you might have created this super administrator in the provisioning system, and he is the one or he is the first user who is going to log into your instance. Because till that point, no one is able to log into your instance, guys. No user account in your instance is created until you create a super administrator in the provisioning system. And this super admin is the first user who is going to log into your instance and who is going to configure your security, or who is going to create other consultant user account in your instance. But to emphasize, he is the first user who is going to log into your instance, guys. So let me log into the instance using this super admin, whatever we created here, guys. You can see this is the URL that I am going to log into the instance, and our org ID, as I mentioned earlier, you can see this is our company ID, and I'm going to use that company ID and the user that we created just now. C Kumar is the user account that we created just now. You see here, the super admin, and the password that I gave in the provisioning system is welcome at 123, guys. Let me click on login. The system will prompt you to change your password. As the first time you're logging into the system, it will ask you to change your password, guys. Okay, let me. Kumar, I'll share these credentials with you in few minutes, Kumar. I'm going to use the same login here, guys. So here I logged into the super administrator Kumar is logged into the success factors instance, and you can see this is your default home page, guys. Any user, whether you are a super administrator or you are a security admin or you are a local admin, this is the default home page where you are going to be landed, guys. But this is not the place where you are going to do any sort of configuration or your user administrator or security things, guys. So in order to do any sort of configuration, whether you are doing a specific module configuration or you are creating users or you are working on security, you have to go to your admin tools, guys. You can see there is an option called as administration tools, and you can access this administration tools, the default landing page, guys. This page is called as the default landing page, which is your home page. Okay, and these administration tools is the page where you are going to do the any sort of configuration, and you can access this administration tools page from this name drop down menu. This is your name drop down menu, guys. From your home drop down menu, you can access the administration tools page. Both these administration tools links, whatever we are seeing here, will land you on the same page called as administration tools page of your success factor instance, guys. I just selected the administration tools, guys. Let's see where we'll be landed. And you can see this is your administration tools page, and this is the place where you are going to do any sort of configuration, guys. Whether you are doing, you can see here, you can easily identify, yes, you can do your goal related configuration, your performance related configuration, your compensation related configuration, and your user administrations. You can see here, user administration, manage users, import export your user data file, and your security related things. You can see here. So this guy is a super admin, right? That is the reason you see by default he has the complete admin rights to the your success factor instance. Any module, he has the default privileges, default admin rights to go ahead and configure any sort of things in your success factor instance. Okay, and this is the one way how you are going to create a super admin in your provisioning system, guys. This is what we have seen so far, creating a super administrator in your provisioning system, and that guy logged into your instance, and we verified the super administrator by default has the complete admin rights to go ahead and do any sort of configuration or any sort of security related things in your instance. Yeah, just go ahead, go with your questions, guys.
Raghu,
Yeah, Raj.
wanted to ask you about the certification. You said that. It's really
Raj, a lot of echo is
yeah,
coming, Raj.
yeah.
Raj, if you don't mind, can you put your question in the chat window, Raj?
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, thank you. Yes, the first person who is going to log into your instance is the administrator or the super administrator. Correct, Trupta? Okay. Okay, I'll answer the Raj question whenever he's going to put on the chat window. But let me proceed with the second way of creating your user and how you are going to assign the admin privileges to the user. So the second way is going to be like we are going to create a new user account in your instance using the manage users option. And these, yeah, the screen is shared, guys. I don't know, like it's already shared. I hope you are able to see my screen, right, everyone? Hello, guys, are you able to see my screen? Yeah. So, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool, guys. Okay. See, let's take this particular option. The second way how you can create your administrator is it's a two task activity. One is like you have to go ahead and create a user, and then you have to go ahead and assign the required admin privileges to that particular user, guys. So how you are going to create a user in the second case is you have an option to, if you go to your instance, you see here, this is your instance, guys. If you go to your instance and if you go to your administration tools, this is your administration tools page, and you see here there is an option under your manage employees portlet. These two sections are called as a portlets, guys. They are called as a portlets. Okay, and using this manage employees portlet, under manage employees portlet, if you go to your update user information, if you go to your update user information, you have an option called as a manage users. You see here there is an administrative option called as a manage users, guys. So even if you don't remember this navigation completely, if you see here under your administration tools, you have a tool search option. If you go here and put your keyword, like say if you're working towards users, right, put a keyword towards the users, and you can see there is an option, all the administrative options matching the keyword has been displayed here, and you can select the appropriate administrative option for your use case or for your requirement, guys. Let's say I'm going to use the manage users administrative option now. And you can see I can go ahead and create, I can see all the existing users. At the same time I can go ahead and create a new user as well. You can see there are two options, guys. One is you can see quick add, and there is your detailed add user. And someone disabled this quick add, guys. I'll show you what is the difference between this quick add and the detailed add user. But you see here, let me click on detailed add user, and you can see I can go ahead and create a user from this particular screen as well. Using the detailed add user option, I can go ahead and create a user account. So what I need to, I have to go ahead and put the first name, last name, username, and all the other information, their job code in the organization, gender, manager, human resource. And you can see a difference between these two ways.